Now it is time for the CB clan to make their final stand. If XMT wins this in the ongoing clan war, they will of course win the clan war. It is currently 5-2, best of 6, or sorry, best of 11, first to 6. So, yeah, 2v2 XMT versus CB. We've got one team that's the Hellfire and Brimstone kind of machine army, and then we've got the Honorable Infantry army from CB. So let's quickly go through these before they can get going too much. We've got some Skaven here and Chaos Dwarfs, Skaven weapons teams galore. We've got Jezzails, Avalanche Mortars, Regiment of Renowned Jezzails, Regiment of Renowned Rattling Guns, more Jezzails, some Death Runners spread around a little bit here, some chaff through the back, on both sides, including Orc Laborers and some Skaven quote-unquote Laborers. We've got some Bull Centaurs for the Chaos Dwarfs as elite sweepers, great weapons there for anti-large. Sorcerer Prophet of Hashut along with Ikit the Claw on his unicycle. And then Chaos Dwarf Warriors with Infernal Ironsworn as a very heavy front line. Looks like a Bull Centaur Tarek mixed in there as well. So should be quite a bit of fun. Like the little Wolf Rats as well for a little auxiliary support. As for the opponents, we've got Dwarfs plus Khorne for an absolutely huge infantry horde. Lots of Chaos Warriors and Marauders here in the front line. Dual hand weapons, some shielded Chaos Warriors, some Skull Reapers and the Bloodwake Wrathmongers mixed in there. We've also got some Slayers, and it looks like a single Trollhammer Torpedo, along with 3 Rangers and the Ulthuar's Raiders. Excuse me. We've got some Doomseekers here for elite sweepers for the Dwarfs, Runelord leading the way, and Valkia up in the sky for Khorne. Single Minotaur is the only monstrous unit on the field. Everything else is pretty much infantry with a handful of ranged units. Yeah, very, very honorable, very axe-coated. I don't know. We are going to see immediately Ikit Claw trying to disrupt the advance a little bit here. He's going to throw down a Brass Orb. Won't do too much damage from the because of the Marauders' spell resistance, but nonetheless does kind of break up their advance a little bit here. Avalanche Mortars also getting ready to open up just on some Marauders, but even still. This is something I talked a little bit about in the last 2v2. Sometimes 2v2 affords you the opportunity to create such a volume of fire that you can very effectively just blow up your opponent as they're advancing. Here, the Marauders and the Miners starting to definitely feel that effect from the Jezzails and from these Avalanche Mortars. So let's get a nice cinematic shot of the advance under fire here of these Dwarfs and Marauders. Chaos Warriors as well, of course, backing them up. You can see Ikit on his little unicycle out in the distance there. The Jezzails just raining hail all over forces of Khorne. Right now targeting those Bloodwake Berserkers there in the back. Avalanche Mortars needing to get some really solid contact here. So far, only the Slayers have gotten close, and they're going to eat a handful of grenades from the Ironsworn right as they close the last distance. Of course, they are unbreakable, so they will still make contact, but let's see here. Right now, the boomers, let's call them, are pulling ahead quite significantly on the balance of power, as the gunpowder units, in quotations, gunpowder, it's in the quotations, not units, they are actual units. Anyway, lots of explosions, lots of gunfire, lots of crazy effects going off here. We get a little bit of Howling Warp Gale, nice combo here. Team combo with the Sorcerer Prophet, then closing the distance in the sky. I believe he used that Vial of Hashut already as well, if he has it. I would assume he does have it. Actually, maybe he didn't bring it. Interesting. But regardless, able to come in, get some pretty good damage against Valkia, just in a straight-up duel there. The Skull Reapers also taking some grenades as they continue to try and make contact. I don't think they'll be able to out-quality the Ironsworn here, but let's see. Yeah, Brutes of the Hound also getting rained on here. Jezzails and the Regiment of Renowned Rattling Guns just absolutely opening up Pandora's box of bullets. And all the bullets fly out and hit you in the face. That's how it goes. We'll see. The honorable infantry army is starting to get a pretty decent push together over here. They've been able to break these death runners. Blazing Beards also having some issues. The regular Chaos Dwarf Warriors out here not trading the best. But we've got some Doom Seekers coming through. Ulthuar's Raiders also are able to get close. One benefit of Rangers, they're not going to get too exploded on the advance because of their stock, but will they be able to get enough damage now that they are up close? So the shots land on the Jezzails there, get some pretty good damage. Little breath attack from the Sorcerer Prophet into those Rangers. Valkia also trying to dive here, trying to snipe Ikit Claw. That Flensing Ruin and Howling Warp Gale has been a problem for sure, so might as well use that anti-large AP on the best target that you can get at. Ikit on his unicycles, not the best duelist, certainly, but Valkia now going to get countercharged by the Bull Centaur. And, of course, the Sorcerer Prophet also drops on in. She's going to pop that Demon Shield and scoot away. Try and re-engage here and get back at Ikit Claw. But Howling Warp Gale is going to freeze her in place. The Demon Shield drops before she's able to get away. And the Bull Centaur bro going to be able to get some pretty good hits in here. She's kind of facing away from him, so he's able to get rear attacks. Meanwhile, the Rune Lord also just kind of struggling in the front line as some Death Runners came through. The Death Runners are almost sacrificial in a way here as they are kind of getting broken down. Frontline as well starting to fold. Blazing Beards finally get killed, and looks like Skaven weapons teams, although they have used up quite a bit of ammunition, they are starting to get compromised a little bit here, but the Bull Centaur is on a nice little counter punch. Ikit also in a relatively safe position, could maybe go charge in, although those are Doom Seekers. I don't know that he necessarily wants to do that. Might go very badly for him. But Rune Lord also continuing to try and stabilize here, but is he up on his thing? No, he's not. So he's not getting subjected to anti-large bonus, but he is pretty well surrounded by Chaos Dwarf Warriors, and the Bull Centaur is also in that local area. So yeah, balance power sliding now significantly. I think we just hit army losses, which means it's just the Slayers fighting now, and that will be a victory for XMT on this battle and in the clan war. Very well played to them, and very well played to CB as well. Definitely a fun one cast. This week I had midterms in my continuing university studies, so those of you guys who hadn't heard, I'm back at university, have been for a couple semesters now. That's why I've had a slower pace of content over the past, what, 8-9 months. But definitely appreciate you all sticking with me, appreciate you all for your support. I appreciate XMT for allowing me to continue to cast these clan wars. Big props to CB for participating as well, definitely had a fun time. And yeah, we'll be bringing you more content. I've got some tournament content to show you guys here. We'll be jumping in on that shortly. I'm not sure 100% the format I'm going to do yet, but I possibly might do a couple streams. We'll see. I do actually have some, it's my spring break from the university this upcoming week, so I should have plenty of time to record lots of videos for the next few weeks for you guys. And yeah, thank you so much again for being here. If you've made it to this point in the video, let's break down. From a values perspective, we would expect a lot of value on those weapons teams, and they all delivered. You know, lowest one being the Teethbreaker is at only 1,200 damage value. We've got a Jezzail at 1,400. 2 Jezzails broke 2,000, and then over 3,000 damage value and 300 kills, 35,000 damage dealt for the Avalanche Mortars. Absolutely can feast in a 2v2 situation where they have a lot of targets to shoot at. I mean, this was kind of an ideal army for them, right? Almost purely all infantry, so definitely Avalanche Mortars were designed for something like this, and they do work. It does okay. I mean, more of a support lord in this situation with that Flensing Ruin. For Codex, Milky Way here, able to come in with very effective frontline. Even though some of the Dwarf Warriors got folded, they still were able to hold, and the grenades also from the Infernal Ironsworn Blazing Beards can get some pretty good work done. Having the Bull Centaur renders as well, and the Taruk. Anyway, yeah, they had some nice counterpunch here. Some big heavy hitters to come in. Had they wrought any kind of large shenanigans, but weren't really. Excuse me. Weren't really any to speak of. So, yeah, it's looking pretty solid all the way around. Sorcerer Prophet also gets some pretty good value himself. For Alex here, for the CB clan, yeah, I mean, just maybe needed a little bit of ranged counterpunch, even something like, you know, cannon, skull cannon. Especially, I mean, the Regiment of Renown has relatively short range. It might be getting hit by Giselles anyway, but that would pull fire away from some of these infantry, where the Giselles can hit multiple models and just do a ton of damage on the approach. So definitely would have liked to have seen maybe just one cannon to keep things honest, maybe a few more Furies as well, or some other type of mobility. You could even go like almost all mobility to support the Dwarfs, you know, in this specific combination, because Dwarfs are such a specific army type, right? Mainly quality infantry. I do like the triple Doom Seekers. It's a bold choice for sure, but they seem to do quite well in this format, so I really like that choice. The Rangers also, from a deployment perspective, I like the flanking of the Rangers, but also a little bit risky. Maybe would have been nice to have them a little bit higher and tighter on the formation to be able to cover against some of those enemy range units. Or else, yeah, I mean, this is also one where you could skew very heavily, where Dwarfs kind of go primarily like long-range cannons and stuff, and then you have Khorne supporting with like more infantry and quite a bit of mobility as well. Could have been an interesting army comp, but they chose to go a different direction with the honorable infantry. Excuse me, I don't know why my allergies going a little crazy today, but anyway, that's it for me for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you like this sort of content, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button. Every time I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.